Encounter between Sri Siddha Yogendra and Sri Shankara Bhatt during his travel to Vichitrapuram, Part 1.
I, Shankar Bhatt, was recollecting the strange experiences in Malai and continued my journey while mentally chanting the glorious name of Pada Sri Vallabha. I visited many holy places on the way. I was getting food without soliciting anyone for it. There was a very rare experience. I felt that the weight of my body was gradually coming down after I reached the Kadamba forest. After visiting that Ishwara temple, my legs became very heavy. I rested for some time in that Shiva temple and resumed the journey. I found a hermitage nearby. A great person called Sri Siddhendra Yogi was living there. When I prostrated at his lotus feet, my body became lighter than a cotton ball. I was conscious of my body feeling, but the weight of my body had almost become nil. That great preceptor with a merciful heart stroked my head and blessed me, saying, "May you have the darshan of Sri Pada Sri Vallabha." The great yogi explained, "My son Shankara Bhatt, the Shivlinga which you have seen is very powerful. In ancient times, Devendra, the king of Devas, Indra, conquered many demons, but one of them escaped. Indra lost his luster because of his sin in killing someone doing tapas. Indra visited many holy places for absolution from his sin. As the Shivlinga in the Kadamba forest of the Pandya kingdom was very powerful, all the sins of Indra were suddenly removed when Indra reached the Kadamba forest. He wondered at it. With the idea that there was something special and great, he searched the place in all directions. He found a Shivalinga. Indra worshipped that Shivlinga with utmost devotion, and he then constructed a temple for that self-manifested Shivlinga. So, what you saw was that Shivlinga was consecrated by Indra himself. That Shivlinga removes all sins and confesses all auspiciousness. Only people with great merit can see that Shivlinga. However, for the devotees of Lord Datta, meeting pious people and visiting holy places will take place unasked for and without any effort. I bowed again to his lotus feet of Sri Siddhendra Yogi. He asked me to go to the Shivlinga again. When I went there for the second time now, I found a beautiful temple of Shiva. That was not the same temple that I visited previously. When I inquired, I learned that it was a temple of Sri Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, and that I was in the town of Madura. It's a South Indian city of Madurai. I visited the deities and went to the hermitage of Sri Siddhendra Yogi afterwards. The whole area now appeared as a thickly populated township. However, I searched much, but I could not find the hermitage of Sri Siddha Yogendra. Recollecting the holy name of Sri Pada Sri Vallabha, I started my journey. It was getting dark. I saw a focus of light coming from the rear side. When I turned back, I saw a big serpent with 3 hoods following me. There were 3 diamonds on those 3 hoods. A brilliant light emitted from those diamonds. I was struck with fear. Whenever I stopped, the serpent was also stopping. The holy name of Sri Pada was being uttered from my mouth involuntarily. At last, I reached the ashram of Sri Siddha Yogendra. Immediately the divine serpent and the light disappeared. Sri Siddha Yogendra received me with utmost compassion. He gave me fried chickpeas in a plantain leaf as a prasad. I ate bellyful. The palpitation of my heart did not decrease even though I was taking the food. Sri Siddha Yogendra massaged my right breast lightly with love. Afterwards, he touched my head with his holy hand. I noticed my heart's palpitations slowing down gradually. I also felt as if some foul gases were being pushed out of my lungs. I also experienced that all bad thoughts and cruel desires were pushed out of my mind. My body temperature increased and I was in a state of stupor. Then Siddha Yogendra stated as following: Shankar Bhat, the Shivling which you saw at first, and Sri Sundareshwara, whom you visited later, are not different. Sri Dattatreya ordered that you should be provided with this kind of experience, so it was granted to you accordingly. It means that time was rolled back and Shivlinga established by Indra, and the actual surroundings existing at that time were shown to you. To regard the creation that you witness as real creation is Maya. Everything is an embodiment of the consciousness. By the will of Lord Datta, the future may become present. The consciousness of Lord Datta is eternally present. Whatever happened in the past and whatever is happening at the present and whatever is to happen in the future will occur according to the divine will of Lord Datta. The resolve of Lord Datta is essential for an event to happen, not to happen or to happen in a different novel way. Sri Dattatreya is the personification of that magnificent determination responsible for the creation, sustenance and liquidation. Now he has taken birth on this earth as Sri Pada Sri Vallabha. The residents of Pithapuram did not recognize him. They failed to understand the philosophy of a guru. In Kurvapuram, even ignorant persons like fishermen obtained knowledge of the Brahman. To get the grace of Sri Pada Sri Vallabha, the ahankar, which is the ego within us, has to be destroyed. All types of pride have to become extinct. Then only we can understand His power, His mercy and His real nature. Om Sai Ram.